Hi folks, I'm Sam and today I'm going to be showing you how I painted this Dark Angel Space Marine to a good tabletop standard. Before we begin, I'll be honest, I've never liked Dark Angels very much, the dark armour doesn't really appeal to me, but I think I've achieved a really nice green here that will absolutely stand out on the battlefield. And with that, let's get to painting. I started from a black prime and skipped the pre-highlight. I didn't want my colours too bright and aimed for saturated greens instead. I base coated the whole mini with AK black green through the airbrush, and I thinned it about 1:1 with Vallejo airbrush thinner and added a drop of Vallejo flow improver, which I do with virtually all AK paints. I'll be using these same airbrush settings with almost all of the airbrushing I do on this mini, so unless I mention it, these are my settings and you may have to adjust for your climate or your setup. If you don't have an airbrush, either brush this on or prime with Renegade Green by the Colour Forge. Then I highlighted with AK Greenskin Punch. This isn't too bright and gives us great contrast of saturation rather than value. I'm aiming roughly down and to the right, but you could just apply this directly from above and it would still look great. Once again, if you don't have an airbrush, you could apply this using a makeup sponge, avoiding any recesses, or just skip this step altogether. Then I moved on to the reds. I used my favourite AK reds, but you could use any dark and bright reds for this. I base coated with AK Dirty Red and ensured good coverage with a few coats. Then I mixed Dirty Red with AK Blood Red about 1:1 and highlighted a large area, leaving myself plenty of room for the final highlight, which is just pure Blood Red. The vibrant red against the dark green really stands out. This is very readable on the tabletop, and crucially, because of our choice of greens, I don't think it quite veers into Christmas territory, which is always a risk. For the chest Aquila, I've seen a few people do gold, but I think it's meant to be bone, as that's a key colour for the whole army. So I initially used AK Leather Brown to base coat it, the idea being that I'd highlight it with a bone colour. I also did this because if I were to paint a Deathwing unit, I think Leather Brown would be my shadow tone, so I wanted to align the colours. In reality though, I found this time consuming and just not something I want to do across an army. Instead, I rebase coated using AK Wood Base and then applied some Warhammer colour Agrax Earthshade. I was feeling a bit down on the whole mini after the bone kerfuffle, so I thought I'd get the most arduous part over with and edge highlight the armour. This is where most Dark Angel schemes lose me. The dark armour paired with incredibly bright highlights just looks like vaporwave art, but without them, the armour is too dark and it just doesn't read as well, especially on the tabletop. So I've gone much more scratchy and imperfect with the highlights. I used AK Light Green, going over all of the edges on the mini, making sure none of the lines were perfectly straight. I essentially did a first pass of weathering. After this, I actually stepped away from the painting desk to grab a drink, and when I came back and looked at it from about 10 feet away, it read as a Dark Angel immediately, and I knew I was onto something. While I was doing annoying steps, I thought I'd black out all of the steel areas and the undersuit. I just used AK Black, and I know I missed one or two bits of undersuit, but I'll come back to those later. I thought I could get away with skipping the company markings this time around, but I got the knee pads mixed up and it's the one you can actually see. So I went for the third company and base coated the line with Dirty Red. I took my time with this. If I went a little wide, which I definitely did, I just finished the line, then went back in with AK Black Green and neatened it up. Then I highlighted it once again with a mix of Dirty Red and Blood Red, and then a final highlight of Blood Red. I also added a couple of chips to the red with Black Green, just to make it seem more at home on the now very weathered armour. It's at this point I was looking at the other red on the mini and thinking it looked a bit neglected, so I decided to do the edge highlights. For this I used AK Burn Orange, and I was just as rough as I was with the green earlier, especially on the chainsword as I can't imagine the paint lasts long on those. For the leather, I thought I'd try something darker. This guy only has a belt, so I wanted something just to break up the green, so I started with AK Tenebrous Grey and base coated the whole thing. Then I made a mix of Leather Brown and AK Light Earth about 1:1 and just roughly lined the edges and did some scratches on the centre. I thought I went a bit light with this and decided to glaze over some more Tenebrous Grey, thinned down a lot with water. Now I wanted to apply some decals, so I airbrushed some Vallejo polyurethane gloss varnish and applied several thin coats, until you can literally see my lights reflected in them. I'm not going to go through the whole decal process. If enough people are curious about my method, I will make a dedicated video though. But safe to say, Microset and Microsol will get you far. I then gave both shoulder pads another coat of gloss varnish. This just helps blend the transfer film in with the surrounding area, and I highly recommend doing this step. Final airbrush step now. I sprayed AK Ultramatte varnish at 25 psi, thinned about 1:1 with AK thinner. I did a few coats over the whole mini, shoulder pads and all, ensuring everything was nice and matte. Onto the metallics now, and I used Vallejo Model Air Gunmetal. This is an airbrush paint, but it flows beautifully with the brush, though it will split out in your wet palette quite quickly, I found. I applied this across the black areas of the backpack, the chainsaw teeth, and what I suppose is the motor, as well as the gun and a few spots on the helmet. I did miss the cheek pieces on the helmet, but I used this same paint later on in a small area as if highlighting a very dark metal, and I think this looks quite good. I learned that clearly no chainsword is safe from me and my paintbrush. This is the second bright chainsword I've gotten black all over, and for the second time it is nowhere in the footage. Probably some kind of heretic imp or sprite. With the chainsword handle, I wound up just painting the pommel because I wanted to show a dark gold recipe you could use on other Dark Angels units. I base coated with scale 75 Decayed metal, and then highlighted it with scale 75 Peridot Alchemy. I also did a 1-to-1 mix in between, but it doesn't really show up, so I'd probably skip it on anything too small. Time for our enamel filter. I used unthinned MIG panel line wash deep brown, and I took my time with this, going across every surface evenly, never having too much on my brush. I'm not trying to get a streaking grime effect where you just slop it on and then wipe it off. I want to gently tint the armour a slightly warm brown to create depth and to slightly weather it. I let this dry for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then I went back in with MIG Panel Line Wash Black Knight, and just applied this across the steel areas for added depth and that oil residue look. After giving this another half hour or so, I dampened a makeup sponge with odorless thinner and gently wiped the flat surfaces to get rid of any unwanted pooling. With our enamels done, I let this dry overnight, but a couple of hours should be enough, and you can paint right over the enamels without varnishing. I thought the bone was looking a bit sad here, though I finally liked the overall colour, so I went back to wood base and just picked out the skull and the top of the wings. I also painted a pesky bit of black undersuit that I'd missed, and in the edit I'm seeing another one on the arm, but you probably didn't notice it till now anyhow, and it's definitely not frustrating me, not even slightly. Now for the lenses, and I wanted to stick to the theme of this mini and try something a little different to what I usually do. So I started off the same as usual and base coated the eyes with dirty red. Then I dotted the center of the lenses with AK white. You can of course correct here with red if you go a little too big, which I did multiple times. Then I went over this with some Warhammer color Baal red contrast, which I thinned with water about 1-to-1 so it would flow nicely and that I could build it up in multiple thin coats. I then repeated the white and Baal red steps in a smaller area as I wanted something a little brighter. And I'll be honest here, this isn't my favourite lens I've ever painted. I think the Baal red is actually too strong, as it's more of an ink than a contrast paint. Now, you could base it and call them done there, but if you've watched any of my other critically acclaimed videos, you'll know I like a little bit of chipping. So I went across the whole mini with AK Afro Shadow, making sure to get it on the weapons and the decals. I like to apply chips by hand, but you could use a sponge and get this done in a matter of seconds. The brown doesn't show up amazingly well against the green, which is always a problem with darker colours, but I think I just do this because it's relaxing. Finally, I'm going to highlight all of the chips, and once again I used light green and burnt orange. You can definitely skip this, but if you do it, I highly recommend doing it by hand without a bit of sponge, as we're trying to hit the underside of all of the damage we've just applied. Remember, the underside depends on where the light is, so this is a moment to be conscious of your initial light source when we were airbrushing. And with him sufficiently beaten up, all he needs is a base and a black rim, and he's done. Thank you for watching everyone, I hope you learned something, be it a new recipe or even a what not to do. I was unsure about this guy for most of the time I was working on it, but I think I've more or less nailed my ideal Dark Angel scheme. For the moment, at least. I've gotten quite a few comments asking about Night Lords recently, so I think I'll be doing that next week, though no promises. The free-handing lightning on camera might break me. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, share it with your friends or hobby group, and leave a comment if there's any schemes you'd like to see me have a crack at. And a final thank you to every one of you who's already subscribed. I recently hit over 600 subscribers in just a few weeks, and I'm utterly blown away by the incredible support. So thanks again, and hopefully I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.